Hello, my name is Stephen Crewthirds. I'm a Globe educator on staff at Infinity Science Center, which is located in Hancock County, Mississippi. We are a two-story space and science museum, and we're also the host to the Visitor Center for NASA's John C. Stennis Space Center. And if you're wondering, how can a NASA Visitor Center be small? Well, if you compare it to something, say, like the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we're probably about, well, yay big, give or take. Now, a little bit about my globe experience. I've been taking and submitting globe observations for almost 5 years now, mainly in hydrology and atmosphere. But I am looking to branch out into biosphere soon. Okay, on to the subject of this talk. How to use video to increase your engagement with your community. Now, if you haven't opened up any social media app or website nowadays, you're literally bombarded with videos. And there are a lot of videos out there, and there are a lot of people out there making videos. You can make videos and get your message out to your audience as well. So 2 years ago, I started creating videos for uploading to our YouTube channel. And last summer, I suggested to my manager a video on the process of taking a one-day integrated atmosphere observation. Now, I've done 2 more globe-related videos since then, but the process I'm going to share with you today is the same for all of the videos I've made, including the globe videos. Now, before we get started, a piece of advice is don't let perfect be the enemy of good. I get it, but if you chase perfection, you probably won't finish the video. Okay, so the first step is going to be pick your topic. And with globe, you've got a lot of different options. You can do study areas. You can do a deep dive into an individual protocol. Or you can even make it kind of general and talk about why do we study earth science anyway. At this stage, it's a good idea to decide who is your intended audience. Is it going to be for adults or children or a specific age range or grade level? Now, once you've picked out a topic, research. As educators, we need to be giving out accurate information. And globe.gov is a great place to get all that information. As a matter of fact, for my latest video, I had to go and recheck some information that I put into it. And where did I find my answer? On globe.gov. Now, after researching, you start on a script. Remember to keep your audience in mind. And when you're coming up with your script, try to let your personality come through and let your strengths come through, while also making sure you are clearly covering the topic that you chose. All right, after you've got your first draft down, just keep polishing it until you have something that you can work with. And at this point, it's a good idea to come up with a list of shots that you want to put into your video. That has saved me so much time when it comes to actually shooting the video, especially if I'm doing something that's very technically challenging. Okay, so you've got your script. Now what? Well, now it's time to shoot the video, but let's say you don't actually have a dedicated camera or a microphone or lights. Well, I didn't either. I used this thing when I started. Yeah, I mean, your average smartphone actually has some pretty good cameras, but I do recommend looking at and researching a good microphone that fits within your budget to make sure that not only can your audience see you, they can hear you. Well, what about lighting? Well, I tend to shoot in the room that I'm standing in right now or outside. Is it perfect? Not always, especially if you're outside, but we didn't have to go buy a bunch of extra lights. Now, if you want stable shots, a tripod is going to be your best friend. But if you like to do walking and talking shots like a lot of YouTube vloggers do, a handheld stabilizer could be a worthwhile investment. All right, once you've got your video, hand it off to marketing or your media team and you're done. Unless you're in a situation like mine, in which case we have a marketing department of, one. And she is really, really busy. So if you're in a situation like that, you could always reach out to your local high school. Perhaps they have a video production club that could help out. Or maybe you have a local college and they might have TV or film department that could also help you out. All right, so if those aren't options for you, you can do what I did. I learned to edit the videos myself. Of course, you are going to need editing software to do that. Some of it is free and some of it is, well, of course, not free. So the free versions include things like iMovie, which is available on just about every Apple product that's come out in the last few years. And also DaVinci Resolve, which is the software I use, has a very full-featured free version. Paid versions include DaVinci Resolve as a paid version, Final Cut Pro on Apple products, and then you've got Adobe Premiere Pro on Windows and Mac. Now, that one is a monthly or yearly subscription. Just keep in mind, no matter which editing software you pick, there is going to be a learning curve. All right, so now the video is ready to upload. So where do you upload it? Your platform of choice. But how do you choose a platform? Well, I'm not a social media expert, so I would recommend at least the platform with your largest following, or a way to get your largest following to wherever you posted your video. For example, let's say you post a video to YouTube, but your Facebook page gets more views. Share a link to YouTube on your Facebook page, and that gets that in front of your biggest audience. Now that you picked your platform, each platform is going to have its own criteria for uploading videos. Now your editing software might already have presets built in for specific social media platforms, or you can create your own preset for your platform of choice if you need to. All right, I've got to wrap this thing up, so thank you for joining me. If you have any questions that weren't answered here, join me for the breakout session. See you soon.